Oh, okay. Exit. That's not helping me. You need to go away when I press the X. You can't just sit there and think about it. You got to go away. I got to get onto my screen and do stuff. Alrighty, now we want to capture. What do we want to capture today? I believe we want to capture the desktop. Hello? There's my desktop. My goodness, is today just going to be one of those days? Control-Shift overlay. Hello, overlay. Where are you at? I don't see you, overlay. All right, I'm waiting. I need to be able to position you. I can't do it if you ain't up on there. Nakana. Okay. All right, now the last thing I've got to do is get all this going. This has to be the absolute slowest day I've ever experienced in my life. Oh, come on, let's do this. I don't have all day for you to sit here and think about loading a page. You need to load the page. What do you think this is? A democracy? You gotta do what I tell you to do. Now, where's my copy? There we are. Good boy. I've ever experienced in my life. Alrighty, now. Oh, don't want to listen to myself rambling on. I don't have all day for you to sit here and think about loading a page. You need to load the page. Okay, I've got a problem, but I'll deal with that one later. Okay. We've got the link. Gosh, type. Type fingers. Type. Type. These are keys. You will type on them. Okay, copy. Gotcha. Good. My goodness. Everything is a headache today. Everything is a headache today. I'm only going to post this to the 3 places that I actually do anything with. Oh, geez. Where in the world do I put this in here? Self promo, I think. That's the correct spot. Okay. I guess I'll wait a minute or two and see if anybody shows up. I don't even know that things are running very well. I cannot see. Okay. Let's see what we've got over here and make sure that we're good. Hard to see the button. Content, live. And yes, there we are. Now is it showing the desktop like it's supposed to be? It is. Excellent. Okay, I'll give people one more minute to show up if they're going to show up, and if they aren't, they aren't. I will have the content out there for folks that need it. Or want it, I guess, as the case might be. All right, did you copy yourself over? Okay. Now, are you finally going to do what I want you to do? Been nothing more than a pain in my rumpus region. Okay, doesn't look like anybody's showing up, so we'll just do the video, get the content done. I'm not even going to need to explain anything. Nobody there to explain it to. That's fine. Or at least nobody's in the chat. I don't know. Somebody might be watching, but I can't see. Okay. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go. Hello, Barry Bright. Thank you for joining. I thought I was going to be all alone today. We're not playing a video game. I'm just getting this all up and running and making sure it's working. So please bear with me. I thought I'd wait a minute or two and let people show up if they wanted to show up. I got a lot of stuff here I got to cover. I don't even know that I can do a very good job, but I'm going to try my best because Boston Snorlocks, I'll explain that in a minute. But Boston Snorlocks and Boston Snorlax has issues with getting his shaders running, and then Blackwell is having issues with running schematics, and I thought I could solve both of those problems today. There's nothing wrong with Optifabric. There is a lot wrong with Optifine. Right now, Optifine was made for Forge originally. So they did Fabric as an alternative system to Forge. Forge has become clunky and kind of doesn't work as good as Fabric anymore. Doesn't have as good a support. It's just not as good. So Optifine has always been designed to run on Forge. They never got with the times and made a Fabric version. So another user tried to reverse engineer and figure out how to get Optifine to work for Fabric and created Optifabric. And you have to install both Optifine and Optifabric in Fabric to get Optifine working in Fabric. And that's been fine so far, but Optifine is very aggressive and it's closed on its coding. They're not an open source code at the minute. So that's the whole issue right there. And you're doing Iris, and we're going to do Iris and Phosphor and Sodium and all of that stuff. Those things are all open source, GPL licensed. Everybody can contribute, and it also makes things more stable. It makes them work better. Case in point, you saw how GIMP works, how well that is for all the things you could do in GIMP. Well, GIMP is an open source free software that's been free licensed for decades, I think, now. And compare that to Photoshop, which is closed source. Now, sure, you can do some pretty cool stuff with Photoshop, but GIMP is pretty good for what it has, and it's pretty stable, and I've never had it crash on me. I don't think. I gotta think about that one for a second. Okay, are you going to load the thing so that I can get out of here? I need to get to an exit screen. We need to get going on the video. Come on, man. What is this? I am fighting with Fortnite right now. I have all of my settings figured out, and I figured that my settings were saved somewhere in the local files, and I didn't want to spend the time trying to figure out where the setting files were. So what I've been trying to do this whole time is I've been trying to copy over my old Fortnite installation to my new Fortnite installation, and I don't know that this is even working. Okay, how do I get out of here? Okay. I don't know about that, but I do know that he wants to do schematics. I know that. Okay, this is good. Okay, so we have got Fortnite up and running. But if Black Belt is having trouble because of Optifine and stuff, and that's why he stuck with 1.18, the information I'll present here will help him, provided he decides to sit down and watch it. But I got to get into the video as soon as I can here. Epic is doing something, I don't know what. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so here we are. We need a couple of web pages to do this. We're going to start right now, folks. So you need a new texture pack that just got released. You don't have to use this texture pack, but if you want to have some nice textures for what you're going to do, I recommend FaithFull Ultimate. That's over there on CurseForge. I'll try and put a link in the bottom of the video today. You will need to have a link for yourself for modrinth.com. Please be sure to go to the correct site here. I think I've seen some Modrinth variations that are not the correct site. You'll need to go to fabricmc.net, and you'll need BitsLab. I think it's called Bits Lab Lab. Bits Lab Lab? I guess that's what it's called. Bits Lab Lab BSL Shaders. This is the shaders we're going to be hooking you guys up with. Ignore this live streaming link here on the end. And once you have downloaded these various files, we will start with Fabric. We will begin the process because I have to rebuild my Minecraft installation from scratch, because what happened was yesterday I woke up, I was all in an upbeat mood, ready to do my stream, do my hardcore. I was going to do that, but it's been irking me for a while. I have been trying to get in here to Minecraft and install the Bedrock version of it and have not been able to do so. It would it's called Minecraft for Windows now. Anyway, I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to install. It would just crash. I had an error immediately on clicking on it. And so, silly me, I looked up the error and found out that it had, hello, Black Belt, welcome to the stream. I found out after clicking on the error that it was connected to Windows Update. Now, I'm running a custom operating system because I don't want Windows Update. I don't want Cortana, all of that stuff. I've since had to change that. I've had to try to gut a proper install of Windows 10 because I don't have... the custom installs either remove the Windows Store or they cause problems or they remove things and it's just not working for me. So I tried to go and just cut out the stuff I didn't want. Any case, it messed everything up. I had to redo everything. I couldn't get Minecraft installed again. Finally, I've got it now. So now we have Minecraft, not Dungeons. We have Minecraft for Windows right here. So if I press play, it should be loading right up. And we also have Minecraft for, as soon as this loads, I'll exit out of here. Let me see what's saying here in the chat. Hey everybody, FaithFull is popular. Black Belt, we're going to show you how to use the iris and phosphor and sodium and get away from Optifine Optifabric. That's the whole intention here of the stream. So as you can see, here is Minecraft for Windows. I haven't figured out how to import my world from my Android phone over here yet, but you're supposed to be able to do that. And then, of course, we have our normal Minecraft, which we will not leave this launcher open. We're using the new launcher, so there used to be a couple of characters glowing and flying around here, but they're gone now. So when we press play here on our default install, we won't have any mods or anything going on. We're not going to press play right now. I just want to show you guys that everything is working here. We're all logged in. So first business, we need the Fabric API for Minecraft 1.14 and above. You can open that window in a new tab and get yourself your latest version of the Fabric API. And I believe I'm caught up here too. No, I'm one version behind. I've been leery about installing this new one because I'm afraid that if I install it, that everything I had running before my crash is going to not run again. Because some of the Fabric mods are picky and they want to be on a particular version of Fabric, which is one of the frustrating things about Fabric. But it is a way to make sure that it stays stable and it stays running properly, and I can't fault them for it. It just frustrates me. Because sometimes you want to install an older, older mod for Fabric, and it won't do it because it says it has to have, actually it's more like a newer one, I think is more of an issue. Anyway, here it is, 56.1.1. I'm not going to download it because I already have it, but you guys would download this. And then you're going to take that file, and you're going to go to your Minecraft install directory. It is located in your Windows install directory, users, your username, app data roaming.minecraft. If you have any problems finding this, let me know. And when you get in here, we've got a bit of an issue because I don't have a mods folder. So I'm going to create a folder here called mods. And if you want to run 118 and 119, you can take all of your stuff for 118, go here to versions, and there will be a folder here if it's not a new install like this one is. There'll be a folder for all your previous versions, and you can install a folder here. So you can do 1.18.2 in here. Inside that folder will be these two files. It'll be 1.118.2 jar, 1.118.2.json. And all you have to do is just copy over or move over your mods, your resources, I think you leave the saves. All of that stuff, you just copy the same folder structure that you see here for the main stuff that you're using. And you put that over in your versions folder, and then when you go to your installer, you've got to change the directory so it points there. That's how you run older versions of Minecraft through the Minecraft launcher. I hope that I explained that very well. The purpose of this tutorial is, this video today, is not to really go over all of that. We're going to show how to do a fresh install 1.19 and get you going with all this stuff. So, got mods. So I go over here to my mods folder. Don't you love my highly organized system here? I'm in the wrong area. Fabric. And we need 1.19. We need the Fabric API jar right here. I'm going to copy it over. Now, the other thing that we need from here, from the Fabric, is the loader, which you click on the download link. You have a choice of a Windows version or a jar. I always go with the jar, and I would recommend you do the same. And if you go down to the jar, you'll get this 0.11, which I already have. So you will save it in your proper location for you. I will not because I already have it. I will go in here and I will find my jar right here. This is my installer. It's off the main folder of Fabric. That's how I put it on my system, so I know where everything is. And I'm just going to take this and copy it over here. You can delete this when you're done installing. So all you have to do now is double click on this to install it. Now you got to make sure that your Java JRE is updated. A lot of people talk about that they don't need to update Java, but you should make sure that your Java JRE is updated. If you have any errors opening these, let me know in the chat or the comments. It's because your JRE stuff probably isn't running correctly. So it says Minecraft version 1.19, loader version 0.14.8. I'm crossing my fingers that this will not be incompatible with the mods that I already had running before. Press install. It'll say done. And you just exit out of there. And that is all you have to do there. And now you have to delete. We don't have to, but you can delete this because you don't need it. Come in here and you're going to see something new in your main Minecraft launcher. In your Java Edition tab, you'll see a Fabric Loader 1.19. We will not be covering Bedrock because I don't know nothing about Bedrock right now. So there's a few adjustments you might want to make here, especially for a streamer like me and you're on a single screen. This is where you would set the resolution. I'm always going to put mine at 1080 by 1920. That way, when it's in a full screen windowed mode, I have the full screen. This is where you would change that directory. So if I had, this was 1.118, imagine it was for a second. I would go to browse, I would go all the way into versions. I'd have to find my way there, but it's over here under Minecraft and versions. And then I'd find my 1.118 whatever folder. I'd click on that, and then everything would run from there. Otherwise, you want this on default, especially for the new release it's coming off of and running out of the main directory. I think this is still a valid tweak here, so I'm always going to recommend you do this. I've done this 1,000 times recommending to people. You want an XMS and an XMX 4 to 8G here, depending on how much RAM you have in your system. I have, I think, 8 or 16. So I'm doing roughly half. I think it's 16. I don't think you need to go higher than 4. So a minus XMX 2G is the default. You want to increase that to 4G and then add a space and then a minus capital X MS, not X, 4G. And that will give you a little more RAM for it to work with. And press save. And now if we've done everything correctly, we'll press play and our computer will have a blue screen of death, and that'll be the end of this stream. And I don't see your guys' chat window because it disappeared on me, so I gotta go find it again. So if you guys are chatting, I'm gonna look here in just a second, but I can't see a thing. I guess it's not overlaying properly. I have not fully configured and set everything up. I have got a big uphill battle ahead of me. I gotta do all of the .NET packages. I probably have to do DirectX. I have a whole pile of tweaks I've got to do. It's not even funny. And I'm not even sure I've got the stream audio and everything working right here in Streamlabs. You guys let me know if there's any audio issues or if you're not hearing my voice or whatever might be going on your end there. I need to know because I just kind of winged it and hoped they had everything set up right. Hey, there's your window again. So once we have launched this, I recommend you do launch it and get a successful launch before proceeding with any mod installs. Just take it easy, take your time, because that will make sure that you've got a stable foundation to build the rest of your mod structures on. So I'm waiting here for it to load, and I apologize. My computer is extremely slow right now, and I don't know why. It's slower than normal. I know it's slow sometimes, but it's never usually this slow. That's interesting. It has us in a windowed mode. Okay, so we now know that we have this up and running. I, of course, have some options that I need to configure. So I'm going to quit here. And then I need to do something. Let me check your text. I hear you fine. Okay, I hope I'm not too loud either. So anyway, so here we go. And thank you for letting me know, folks. Okay, so somewhere around here, I have placed, and I hope I didn't mess something up, a backup. I forgot about this for 619. This was all of my stuff that I had before. We're rebuilding from scratch, but the one thing I do not want to rebuild are the options. I do not want to have to redo all of my controls, all of my configurations, all of that stuff. I would rather pull my limited amount of hair out of my head than do that. So I think all I need to copy over are the options and options of, and maybe the user cache. I'm not sure. I want to copy just these two over for right now. And I will see what we get on that. So I apologize. It's going to be a little bit of a grind here, but I want to test this and make sure that we're running. Because you never know when something might set the silly thing off. I don't want to just copy all the folders from my previous install over, because then I'll have a bunch of extra stuff I don't need. I might as well have a skeletal install structure right now. I want it as clean as I can make it, as lean and mean as I can make it. So let's see if that did anything. We'll know in just a second. Your options text, and I don't remember what your options of has, but I think they both have various options that configure. That's where your game's options are saved that you've configured. All your controls, all of your preferences, all of that stuff should be in either or both of those files, but I don't remember 100% for sure. Launcher profiles, JSON will have your profiles. I haven't even tried editing any of those, so I'm not even going to mess with that. That's way out of my comfort level right now. Alrighty, we're getting into the good stuff, because now we can start dropping in some mods. And it looks like it worked, I think. Although, don't quote me. That's a weird noise. Was that from me or from somewhere else? I think we're all set here. So, I want to copy over some saves that I have. This is not important for you folk, so don't worry about this. These are all my world files here. I don't want to be losing any of that stuff. All right, any questions so far? Sure to let me know. All right, so I've got my world files copied over. So now I got all of my worlds there. I've got more than that. That's just what I have from my previous. All right, so now that we've got Fabric up and running and we have everything there going, we want to get our shaders going, right? So for the shaders, you get an installer and you get an Iris MC jar. The Iris requires something called, I believe, sodium. So the jar, this installer, is supposed to make that easier. I'm not sure I've been able to get it to work correctly. I'll click on it and we'll see. We'll experiment together here. It says Iris and sodium for 1.19. Oh yeah, you got to click, if you're going to do the installer, click on installs a fabric mod. Otherwise, it'll create a launcher like we had for fabric. It'll create a launcher, and that will make it so that you're launching through Iris and sodium, and then you can't run any of your other mods. So putting it under fabric means that you can now use the fabric launcher install that you have, and this will run. Does that make any sense? I hope I'm explaining that good. All right, I think it's installed. Let's see if we got it to work. So we'll go to our mods folder it found for us, and yes, we have Iris MC 1.19125, which is the latest. And then we got to go over here and check for sodium, and sodium is 1.190.42 build 16. Okay, so now we have Iris and sodium. So let's make sure we're running. And before we run this, let's put in a shader. We might as well have some fun with shaders. You can wait for it to create its own shaders folder, or you can create the shaders folder. What I'm going to do is just copy over my old shaders folder from my previous install. So shaders go into a folder called shader packs. I think it's the same. Actually, you know what? It's a good question. Will Iris on run create shader packs for it? Let's see what Iris does before I copy that over. Because shader packs is an old standby from Optifine, Optifabric, and I'm wondering if Iris is going to actually use that, or if it's going to do something else. I'm not even sure that it comes with any default shaders. But this will let us run our shaders. So if you guys like what I do with BSL, I'm going to show you how to get that up and running, show you how to do the tweaks, and I will try to remember to share with you the actual tweak, the text file with all the edits already done, so you don't have to go through and do all of them if you don't want to do them. It's a good experience to go through and do all those adjustments, but it does take a lot of time. So Iris and sodium are now running, and I will see right now if we have any. Okay, it's remembering my options, some of my options. So that's good. And it's remembering some few things here. That's good. So shaders are enabled. So if I say open the shader pack folder, okay, so it is using the same format from before. And you see now it's created a shader packs folder for me. And all I have to do is take this and copy it over. Now here's how this works. You keep the shaders inside their zip files, but you extract the world files and the resource or the texture files. Now what this is going to do is when I open this up in here, so if I go to cancel, go to shader, and now I click on BSL, it's going to take a minute, and I press apply. Now it's in yellow showing me that it's installed. Now if I go here to shader pack settings, this is what I was waiting for. This is why I could not go out of Optifabric, Optifine, because I couldn't get my settings in Iris, but now I can get them. I just go here to Ultra and press apply. I'm not going to actually run it at Ultra. I just did that. Now if I go here to done and done, that is some weird music, folks. Hold on a minute. All right, folks. Apologize for the interruption there. Some things I had to organize. Let me see what you guys saying in the chat. So the new launcher works good. Yes. Is that the new? Yep, so that's new Minecraft music. Yeah, it does. Sounds like old movie music. Anyway, here's what BSL Shaders has done. It's created this BSL 8.102.3.zip.text, and if you double click on it, this is what I can give you guys. It's going to have a date, and it's going to have all the options. Well, here's all I have to do. I can go over here to this one, and I can just take and go like this, all the way to the bottom, copy, and now I've got all of my settings from the tweak guide, and I can paste them here, leave the date. I'll leave a trailing thing on the end because I don't know if that's good or bad or not. But here we go. So now if I press File Save, now I have all of my options that I had before, and I can share the same file with you guys, and now you've got all those adjustments for BSL Shaders that make things look so good. So that's kind of a nice little trick there. Okay, so let's go ahead and load up a world and see what we have so far. We want to test a little stability, so I have a little bit of play time. Let me know if you guys are seeing the screen okay. And oh, I'll show you my new texture pack that I found while we're at it. I'll go to Resource Packs, Open Pack folder. So here we go in our Minecraft Resource Packs. This is where you can place your texture packs. And mine is missing, or am I in the wrong folder? I'm in the wrong folder. How did I get over here? I don't know how I got over there, but I got over in the wrong folder. But anyway, if I go to Documents, I better make sure my settings are right too. That got kind of confusing. I thought I had it all figured out. Anyway, Minecraft, checking and making sure. Okay, I didn't make a mistake there. Okay, so here's our resource pack. What we found is something called FaithFull Ultimate R5, which is the first link that I showed you. Berry Bright, I think, saw it. Black Belt did not, but this is FaithFull Ultimate. It just recently got updated to CurseForge and added, and it's a really nice texture pack, so we're going to use that. So I'm going to put that over there, press done, let it load, and now we can test some stability with our new texture pack. So I'm going to go to done, go to single player, and I guess we'll just use DB Craft because I don't want to use a hardcore world and die and then lose a world over that. Let's just use one where we can just kind of mess around a little. And we'll see how stable it is by running around, letting things load, and then we're going to start putting in the other mods. So far you now have Iris. You now have shaders. You now have sodium, and you now have a texture pack. You are now equivalent to running Optifine Optifabric without any of that stuff, and we're going to make it even better here shortly. All right, waiting for everybody to load here. I do like the Clarity texture pack. It's a really nice pack. I love it, but I don't like how the iron golems look in it. They all look really bad. All right, we've got one error right here. We don't want whatever that is. So I got to figure out what happened there and why it's not rounded. Probably tells me some settings I missed that I didn't bring over. My controls seem to be working correctly. And now we've got shaders, and we now have our FaithFull texture pack, and things are loading and running. We'll try to run up these stairs. If it's going to crash, it's going to crash pretty quickly right when you start up. So if it's pretty stable when you start, it's probably going to stay relatively stable. Not guaranteed, but I pushed the distance to 18, so they got the fog on the edges, which is not set right yet either. So I got to figure all that out. So I'm waiting for stuff to load, and then we'll exit out of here and get on to our next thing. Okay, let's get inside and exit. So things are looking good so far. They're running pretty stably. All right, so I'll figure out why we don't have a round sun and moon here shortly, because all of that should have been adjusted. So I'm checking your guys' chat real quick. Okay, so now our next step is, now that we have sodium, now that we have iris, now we have our shader, we have all that going for us. Now we want to add some other stuff. So there are a bunch of different things that I'm going to use. Some things you may not use. I want to be using borderless window and wild firefly. I have not found a zoom yet that works with this version of fabric. So I don't have a zoom. The one thing you're missing out of the package here. But the firefly has colored lights and fireflies and all that stuff in it, which I thought was awesome. Do not put it in your resource pack directory. Put it in your mods directory. So I'm going to have those two running. And then I think I'm using indium because that's supposed to help a little bit with your performance. I'm using Lambda Better Grass and Dynamic Lights because that will give us the dynamic lighting we like, and the better grass will give us, I guess, better grass. And then I'm using this thing called Phosphor, and that is a lighting rendering engine. It's supposed to help with the lighting. I'm using this sodium options here and this sodium extra, and I'm using this voice chat because when we join the Philosophy SMP server, we're going to need that. Now, we might need the cloth config or cloth later, but I'm not messing with that right now. So now you can see this is the other disadvantage to this system. To get all the stuff you have in Optifine Optifabric, I have to have, at a minimum, this dynamic lights, probably phosphor, probably sodium, and of course iris. So it's a lot of different mods to do the same thing. But now let's test it out and see what we've got. And hopefully, if we get a crash, it'll be informative and tell me what I did wrong. Hold your breath, folks. I'm not sure indium is strictly necessary. But you do want the dynamic lights if you want to have, like when you're holding a torch, have it lighting stuff. And you might want the sodium. Did I want to do sodium options and extra, or did I just want to do one or the two? I don't remember. I got to remember that. I don't remember which ones I've chosen on that. I'll have to check my install directory. I don't think I used both. I only used one or the other. And then there's one more thing. Oh yeah, there's going to be something we're missing. We need to have something called mod menu. And I'll show you where to get these here in a second. I forgot about it. So we should get a crash that says we need a mod menu. Because one of these depends on that. Oh, we're not getting a crash. Interesting. All right, well, let's not risk that anymore and do this over here. Copy. We need mod menu. And we'll check my original document back up here and see where we are at. I think we're close. I have sodium options and I have sodium extra. I don't know why I have both. It's driving me up the wall. I do not know. Okay, so, oh, yes, and one last mod we need, folks, and I'm going to show you how to, this is more for black belt, how to do stuff in WorldEdit. So WorldEdit has a beta release for 1.19. I'm going to copy that over. We want to have that running, so let's go ahead and try again, see if it's still working. If we can get it to load, we will show you how to use WorldEdit real quick. I see that you guys are chatting. Let me see if I can read before it moves up. I'd want an unfaithful texture pack. Mobs can stay the same though. Have you seen the frogs in the update? I have not seen a frog yet. I have fireflies now, and I'd like to see fireflies and frogs, but I haven't seen either yet. They are much better in real life. You know, frogs aren't competing to win the beauty pageant, I guess. Now, I haven't seen any of the new update stuff, so none of the chest boats, other than on other videos, haven't made or experienced that. Mangrove trees, the new swamp or mangrove biomes, any of that stuff I haven't seen. So I've got a mods folder now. If I click on this, this is what the mod menu gives me. Now I can access options if there's options here on any of these. So here's Iris. So I click on this, I get the shader options. Here's the Lambda Better Grass. Here is the Dynamic Lights. If I click on this, I now have this ability. I can do fancy or off or fastest or whatever I want here. Mod menu Phosphor. This is the lighting engine. This should render and make the lighting engine work a little better. Voice chat, of course, for talking through voice. I gotta change some configurations on it. Here's the sodium. Here's the wild firefly. And of course, WorldEdit. So we're all ready to go. And I need to find out why I don't have a round sun and moon. So give me a second while I figure that out. I don't know if my GUI is where I want it either. I have to check that. Everything else here looks good. Weather is fancy. Fancy. I want fancy on all of my stuff. Map 4 might be okay. Vignette, I'll go ahead and leave that. Can't remember if I like smooth lighting. That's some different music we're getting here. I think we have to turn the sun and moon off here so that we render the sun and moon that we want. But this is tricky to understand what to do here, because if I turn off stars, I don't know if I get stars in my pack. I guess it depends on the shaders and the texture, but I know sun and moon, that has to be turned off. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. So here's where I've got my show overlay corner, show FPS, and show coordinates. So I put the coordinates over here in the top left. Okay, let's go ahead, and I gotta check your guys' chat, and I gotta make sure I am not in full screen. I gotta see if my sun is actually round, and I gotta make sure I'm out of full screen. I gotta test the stars and the other stuff to see, because I wanted to rely on a resource of the shader and the resource packs. I don't want to rely on Minecraft default. It's supposed to be overridden by the other things, but it's tough. I don't understand quite how it works. But if I did it right, I should have a round sun and moon now. Okay, we're going to load, or we're going to sit here and think about it for a while. There we go. We got a round sun and moon. I was correct. Okay. Now, next problem. We are not seeing you guys on the screen. When I'm assuming that's because I'm in full screen. Is there something in here that... Oh, here it is. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So that mod I don't think is working. Let me see. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how I got that. I pressed Control-Shift-P and I got all of this stuff, but I don't want to mess with that. Okay, so I am not able to use the current borderless window, borderless mining, or whatever it was that I found that was updated. It's not working. So I'm going to have to use an older one so that I can see the chat window. It's not letting me have the overlay I want. Trying to debug this on the fly here. I think if I turn off full screen and I just say I'm done, and there I can see you guys' chat. Okay. Barry, from what I've heard about them, they can eat the player. Or they eat goats. Nope, sun is working. I know a little bit about what I'm doing. Okay, so now we have it rendering the brand new with a new lighting engine. We've got our fog there in the distance. We've got our coordinates on the top of the screen. And I'll play with the stars and all that stuff later. Excuse me a second. Ugh. Alrighty. So, folks, now you know how to do, and that's why it's all lit up, because I have my torch in my hand. It's interesting. Now you know how to set up your sodium and your iris and your shaders and all that stuff, and how to get your custom texture packs. It's looking really good. And we got all of that done. If you have any questions, please be sure to post in the comments. I still have some tweaking to do, and I have to find another windowed borderless mod, because this one showing the title screen, so the borderless mining mod isn't going to work for me. I'll have to use the old one. I'll show you guys really quick what a clarity looks like. It's a really nice pack, but it's just ugly with the golems. But we're up and running. Yes, we have the Optifine, all the Optifine goodies except for zoom. There's no zoom currently available, so you can't do a zoom in on your face, unfortunately. There's no solution for that, and there's one other thing that I'll show you before I go and change this over. If you look down here at the grass, I don't know what's causing this, but the grass and stuff is waving. But look at how strange that looks. You guys seeing that? How everything, that weird black, sparkly, whatever it is? And I'm not sure what's controlling that or how to adjust it. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. But when I do, I'll let you guys know and I'll put an update. It looks fine when you're up close. It's just at distance. It kind of takes you out of the world because it kind of doesn't look right. Anyway, if I go here to options and resource packs and oh, maybe that's my answer. Let's find out. We'll put the better grass and we'll put this at the very top. I'll move this down, put that there. Let's see if that fixed it. I didn't know that there was a texture pack for the better grass that I needed to install. I wonder if that'll fix the problem. That'd be nice. Well, to me, from down here, it looks like it's still sparkling a little. Yeah. I'm not sure that the better grass is actually better or not, but I'll leave it that way for now. I kind of like how it looks, so that's fine. Let's go to the resource packs folder. And what I want to do here is I want to show you guys what a clarity looks like. It's the only other 1.19 texture pack that is currently available, that has been updated and is available for 1.19 that I am aware of. That's a decent looking texture pack. I mean, a texture pack I would recommend. There are other texture packs out there, but I didn't think any of them were really good, other than possibly Steven's Traditional is okay. Then they've been doing their textures for a long time, and I do want to give a shout out to them for all their hard work. They've been giving us textures for years. It's just not been really my speed, but it is a professional level texture pack. That'll be the word I'll use: professional level texture pack. Fully working, fully developed, everything there, you know, that kind of a thing. Give me a second here. All right, now if I go here to a clarity and remove FaithFull, I'll show you guys real quick what a clarity looks like. I didn't like this. I wasn't sold initially with the GUI colors that it did. But what threw me off is it just really radically changed the looks of the iron golems, and I don't like that. I don't like packs that radically change the look of things too much. I want them to look smoother. I want them to look nicer, maybe even borderline cartoony, but not completely, totally randomly different. But this is what it looks like here in the menu. And then if you go and look at the grass, you've got like layers of grass hanging over. And if you look at trees, trees are really awesome in this pack. But look at this. That's an iron golem, folks. The scariest thing I ever saw in my life. I don't know why they chose that, but that's what they chose. Stairs have this strange side texture to the side of them. Here's what cobble looks like, and then the wood looks really good. I kind of like how that works. I don't know about this weird lip on the edge, but you know, there's some good stuff to this pack, so it's worth mentioning to people. This is what the trees do. And I like this. This is a cool effect. It makes the trees look a lot better. I think that's very similar to what Patrick's does in his packs. He hasn't updated to 1.19 yet. Unless he's done that for members. Oh, look at this. They've changed the chickens too. Check it out. Anyway, so I don't like this texture pack. It's just not my speed. But if that appeals to you guys, now you know about it. Windows look like an old-fashioned, like an old RPG or something. Like an old fantasy window. There's your oh, they have an inside to them. You have a stove and a saw. Looks like it's been unchanged. And then that's your chests. So now you guys know what that looks like. So those are the only two that I can recommend at current, in addition with the Stevens Traditional. But I'm going to stick with the FaithFull right now. It's the closest to what I like, so that's what I'm going to use. But no PBR yet, so we're not having any PBR. We're not having any zoom. Okay. Gonna exit out of here, check your guys' chat, see if you have any questions. I don't know what I want to do here. I think I might want to wrap up this part and then maybe jump into a little hardcore. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. We'll see how many people we got in there right now. I got to get ready to help my dad tonight, though. He's wanting to have some help. I guess it's really bad over there. At this where he's working, you know, they left a mess. Anyway, I'm going to remove. I'm not going to be using a clarity, so I'm going to remove that. And I am going to remove borderless window because it does not work. And we're going to go ahead and try. I have another windowed mod that has worked fine for me. It's called windowed full screen. Now let's make sure there's not an update for it. And then I got to show you a little bit before we wrap this of Modrinth. I need to check your guys' chat. I can't see it right now. I don't know where it is. Windowed full screen Minecraft. I think this is the one. Yeah, they haven't updated since 1.18, but it was working the last time I tried. So Modrinth is where you're going to find a lot of these mods that are for fabric. And to make your job a little easier, all you got to do is come in here and go to 1.19 and then go over here and go to recently updated. And now any of the new mods that have been updated will be in here. And you'll be able to grab those and test them out and see if they work. Oh, I've got one more thing I've got to do. I forgot about WorldEdit for black belt. Okay. And here's where you get your BSL shaders. In case I didn't show you guys, there should be a download link here. And I'll try and put a link to all this stuff at the bottom. So they're on version 8.102.3, which is what we have. Okay, so we're going to install this windowed full screen, and we will see if it crashes or works. And we will also go in real quick and do this WorldEdit process. And I need to find your guys' chat screen. I don't know where it is. Where's my chat? All right. Oh, I have no idea how to do it. I guess there's supposed to be a way to. So everybody's asked, curious why I can't transfer my phone world. I think they have to be exported and then imported in some way, and I'm not 100% sure the process. I'm sure it can be done. I'm just not sure the process right now. Because it's the same. I noticed that my character has the same getup that I have on Android, and it looks the same as the Android version of Minecraft. So I'm thinking that the Minecraft for Windows is actually the same thing that you're getting on Android, just with a different label. Yes, WorldEdit allows you to copy, paste, and create schematics, which I will be showing you very shortly as soon as this loads. It's taking its time loading right now. All right, now this one, if it's working correctly. Yep, it's working, still works. I love it when a mod works even when it's older. It's just so nice. I love it. I can see you guys' chat. I don't know why borderless mining does not work. It refuses to work. It won't give me this kind of an experience, and it should be, and it's the same kind of a mod, but it doesn't work. It has to be something I'm not figuring out or understanding, because this is what they would want to be accomplishing. They want to be able to have a windowed, without border, experience full screen. So, a little confused on that one. Hold on a minute. I almost forgot I wanted to show you guys how to use WorldEdit. I mean, that's one of the things I wanted to do to help Black build out here, and I almost forgot about it. I'm just totally scatterbrained. But I think I covered everything pretty thoroughly and explained it fairly well, so let me know if I didn't, but I think we're good. Are we going to load? Come on, let's get in here and do this. Let's do this. What is that? Oh, it must be a torch outside. Okay. Are we loading? Still rendering chunks. Takes a second or two to load. I always try to have the world preloaded before I start up my video, because it seems to go through this process every time when you want to first start up your video. Hello, Black Belt. You're just in time. I'm going to show you. How do I do this? I need to toss this axe. I'm going to show you how to use WorldEdit for your schematics. So if you ever want to move to 1.19, you can use WorldEdit until they give you your Lightmatica working again. You got your shaders and all that stuff, so that's cool. So let's do this thing. So to use WorldEdit, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat and open the LAN, and I'm going to open a creative allow sheet on. The reason why I'm doing this is just to make this faster and easier. Otherwise, I have to pillar up and do a bunch of finagling to do it. You don't have to be in creative mode to use WorldEdit. So, the command to start with your schematics WorldEdit is //wand. Very simple. And that gives you this wooden axe. The wooden axe has two hits. Do not hit the iron golem because you'll die very slowly, quickly, or I mean very painfully. Anyway, the first hit is your normal attack, and that is your first position. And then I don't know how you call it. I guess the pick or the set block, the button you use to set your blocks. You press that button, and that's your second position. And now don't forget you have this axe in your hand when you go through a gate or whatever. But now, what you'd want to do is you want to come down here, stand over here by this step, and go to / copy. Now the thing is copied and can be saved. So it's, I believe it's skim save or save skim. And then you can call it whatever you want. So I said skim save village house 1. Schematic is saved. It's that simple. And now if I want to load it, skim load for that. But now that it's copied, it's on the clipboard, so I can do whatever I want with it. So I can come over here and I can maybe come down. Let's see, I want to go right here. Yeah, I have a torch marking it. So I can go to //. Now it's going to go where I'm facing. So if I //paste, it's going to paste it right in front of me, right like that. And there you go. You've got an extra house. And of course, you might want to delete these blocks before you copy your schematic, but that's how that works. If you don't like that positioning, / undo. And now you can go and say, okay, you know what? I like that house, but I want it, oh, I don't know, maybe right here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably right about here. And then say / rotate 180 and then paste. And where you were standing, that's where it will paste from. So now it's rotated 180 degrees around the other way, and you have your thing pasted. Now you notice that it's also taken over with the air blocks, and there are commands that you can use to adapt that so it doesn't mess with your air blocks. I don't remember what those commands are right now. I'm a little bit foggy. Now, if I want to load this schematic later into another world, all I have to do, and it pops out your beds usually. I don't know why. I've never been able to figure that out. But if I go to save and quit the title and I go to another world, so give me a second here. Go to single player. We'll go to laid back late night. If I can find it. Here it is. Large biomes live. Let's say I want this village house in another world for whatever reason. Who knows why? Maybe I want to live in it. I don't know. Maybe it's better than anything I could make. I have no idea why I would want it. But here we go. I'm in my large biomes. I'm here. I want to load that schematic. So, and I'm in normal survival mode right here, by the way, to prove to you don't need to be in creative. So here's your wand. We're ready to rock. Now, you got to have an empty slot where that axe is going to be. So make sure you pay attention to that. Skim, load. You guys remember what I called it? I don't know if I call it simple village house or simple house. My brain is fried. Alright, so if you have a problem like that and you're having a brain fog like I am, then you want to go find your schems, your schematics, and I'll show you where they're located. You're going to need to know that anyway. So if I remember right, it's under config and it's under WorldEdit and then schematics as extension of schem. So we have something called Village House 1. So back to game. Black belt. Does Lightmatica save as a .skim or something else? Let us know in the chat. Alright, now I can paste. There you go. And that is how you use WorldEdit to do schematics. Super easy, but you don't just have schematics with WorldEdit. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can change the terrain. You can naturalize the terrain. If you made edits to the terrain, you want to put it back to its default state. I use that all this time. You can use regen. That's something that's really a cool little feature that I use all the time. There's all sorts of stuff that WorldEdit does, and it makes it a lot easier to make your terrain and to make your schematics and all of that stuff. It's all in one tool. So, any questions? Yeah, you got it. Villager House 1. Hopefully that's compatible with Lightmatica. I have absolutely no idea. You'd have to try to import a Lightmatica schematic and see what happens. It might do it. But now you know how to do that in 1.19 Black Belt. If you guys got any questions, let me know in the chat. And I promised a little game time, I think. What else did I have left to do? My mind is again foggy. I think we've covered everything. Oh, I've got to text my dad and let him know that I will be ready if he wants me to go. Okay. I will ask him if he wants me to get ready to work. And then I'll play about an hour of hardcore with you guys. What do you think of that? Alright, so let's load up our hardcore. We can now test our mods in our hardcore world, and we will see really quickly if everything is running correctly. And we'll do about an hour of hardcore, if that's okay with you folks, if that's what you guys are interested in. I owed you a hardcore yesterday and didn't get any. Let's hope we don't lose our world due to my silliness. And let me know if you have any questions on the mods and stuff. Alright, well, we can't sleep yet, so we need to figure out what we want to do for this roof. We've got dirt, we have got acacia and wood, a bunch of boats, our food items. I'm not sure what I had all the boats for. I don't remember, but I had them there for a reason. I do like how this looks. This is a lot easier to look at for me. I don't know about you guys, but it seems to be a lot nicer. Got a bunch of cobble. We know we're going to want that around the edge. We should go, I guess, and check our trees and see what's going on. But yes. Well, welcome to a short impromptu session of DB Does Hardcore. I owed you guys this yesterday, and I'm sorry that did not work out. We're going to test this out with our mods and everything that we've just installed, and we'll see how things are running. I do not have a day counter yet. I have the world file that you gave me, Black Belt. I have not tried to do anything with it yet. I do not want to venture out there while it's raining. I do not want to sit in here and do nothing. I'm not sure the best course of action. I don't even know how to tell what time it is. I don't have a clock right now. Do I have any? I don't think I have any redstone. I didn't mine far enough. Alright, well, let's hoof it and do a little tree harvesting. Should be safe once we get over to our trees. Keep an eye out for any baddies. Yeah, I don't have a day counter right now, but it is in the to-do list. I will look at it. I'll look again tonight. Maybe I can find one or try your world file. That's another thing we're missing in 1.19 right now is a day counter. might be able to get a day count on the F3 menu. Let me get my wood here. Pardon me. And see what I can find out. I think our audio is just a little low. Should be dark here pretty soon. We want to get inside before it gets too scary out here. Maybe with this wood we'll have enough we can work with. To start on our ceiling. Yeah, but I do have it in my to-do list to get some day counter on here some way or another. Now let's take this last 6 and we're going to process that over here with our 6 furnace. Get us a little bit more stuff going on there. So did we decide what we want to do for our roof yet? You guys looking forward to Philosophy SMP Season 3? Should be starting relatively soon, I would imagine. Trying to think how I want to do this. Do we want to use a bunch of stairs and have a typical everybody has its stair roof? Or would we like to use, let's use stairs at first. I've got an idea. So have you guys tried playing Minecraft on your phone? Let me know what you thought of that experience. I'm curious to know. When I was gone out of town, I had opportunity to play a little bit to my phone, and I had to do it with the game controller that I have, but I did not get very far. It's very slow on the phone. Not bad, just slow. Hey, look at that. We've got a creeper. A couple of creepers. Alright, how is the game audio for you guys? Let me know. Do I want to move over that far with this, or do I want it right on the edge? I want to try right here just for this first row. Because this not having a roof ain't going to work. We need to have a roof. So are you going to be the first person into one of the ancient cities, Black Belt, once we get onto the server? Is that going to be your plan? Going to run right down to the warden and see what's going on there? Alright, so if I do it this way, I can run slabs. I don't have slabs. Thought I had slabs, but I don't. Okay. I can run some slabs. I enjoyed that Double Life episode. I don't know if you guys caught it yet. I watched Grianne's take on it first and had quite a bit of a laugh because poor Grianne ended up teamed up with somebody that was probably the worst person you could end up teamed up with when it comes to a place where you've got to survive a lot, you know. That was funny. Alrighty, I don't know about this, folks. I am deciding if this works for me or not. So one thing I hate about stairs, they require you to be in the right position, and it's so difficult to do it quickly. And I try to walk sideways. You think that walking sideways would be the solution, but not always. Tougher than it looks. Okay, so here we have our edge that we have created over here. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh dear. I think it's still a little quiet on my end. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not hearing the game very well. I do need to adjust my sound settings if they haven't already been adjusted. So now we have to decide if this is what we want. And then we'll go down and we'll use slabs, I think, along the edge. We're going to have to be careful, though, because there's a bunch of creepers that would like to come and greet and welcome me to the neighborhood, and I'm not so enthused about saying hi to those fellas. Were we smart enough to get it? We didn't get a saw yet. Oh, my goodness. We still don't have a saw? We've got to get a stone saw. I probably made more of those than I needed. Alrighty, here we go. I don't like being out here. It's scary. Do you guys see any creepers? Oh my goodness. How is that happening? I don't make those kind of mistakes. I do everything perfectly all the time. Yeah, I don't believe me either. I don't blame you. All right, we need a distance shot. We need to know if that looks good or not. I think it'll be okay. What do you guys think for the start of our roof? I'll make adjustments later. It looks a little bit, I don't know, modern. Not quite the look I'm going for, but we'll work on it. We'll tweak it out as we go. Yes, I have it, and it's not. Yeah, it's tough. But it's fun with the controller. As long as you don't have to depend on trying to figure out how to do the buttons on the screen. Oh my goodness, I'm no good at that. Okay, let's look around here for a creeper, because before I poke my nose up there, make sure that it's clear. So the last episode, we were trying to figure out where we wanted to do a mine, weren't we? And we hadn't figured it out yet, or did we? Let me remind me if you remember in the comments or the chat there. I am foggy on this. I like that. That actually works good right there. Let me know what you guys think. I think that's going to be okay. I might repeat this pattern around the house, or I might just leave it here on the deck. I'm not sure yet. All right, let's get some more wood and figure out what we're doing next. I wish I could tell you guys what day it is. Let's find out on F3. Does it tell us how many days we've been in here? Oh, I know where we can find it. It's not F3. Isn't there a screen somewhere, statistics or advancements? Days. Damage, distance, droppers, interactions, player kills, time played. Does it say in here somewhere, folks? Because I'm not seeing it. Chests open, animals, banners, barrels, cakes. I've got sleep, which gives us kind of an idea of how many days. I guess we're on 36 days. I'll say 36 days because it says I've slept in a bed 36 times. So wouldn't that be 36 or 37 days? But if you guys are seeing don't know anything about advancements. If you guys are seeing it in there, let me know. I don't remember. I thought there was a thing somewhere about how many days it's been, but I don't remember where that might be. All right, I gotta check my looks like memory is running pretty good. Not seeing a lot of issues right now. I think it's running better actually than I ever had with Optifine Optifabric. All right, so let's get some wood. And we gotta figure out where we're gonna put our mine. We figured out over there isn't going to work because it's this giant bunch of water. And we were looking at some, oh, well, that's right. We found a place over near the village, I think, that we were going to try for. I think. I can't remember. I should write it down in my journal, but I've been not keeping up with it. I've been too busy doing other things. Hopefully we'll get the roof finished here within the hour, and that will be a good, solid stream. We're going to assume 36 days minimum right now, okay, folks? Because I've slept in a bed 36 times, so that tells me it must be about 36 days. We're probably on day 37. So if somebody wants to write that down, go ahead, and I will try to have some way of giving you a day counter by the next stream. Still trying to figure out the ideal distance for my what they call it, not render distance, but the Oh shoot, I don't remember the name of it. There's another distance that they've added to the new Minecraft. Simulation distance. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out what is my best setting for that, and I don't know. Let's run to bed. Check my health when we get in there. That's a big moon, folks. I hope that answers your questions for those that want to know how many days we've been doing this. I think that's a reasonable assumption that it's 37. Now it's 38 days. I hear something walking around outside. I heard it. I don't see it, but I can hear it. Let me know if you guys spot anything. Looks like we've got another ravine over there. I haven't looked over there yet to see. Is that chicken trying to get that boat to fly off somewhere? Oh, that's right. We need to also have some slabs. I hope I'm happy with this roof, because if I'm not, it means a lot of work redoing it. But we need a roof because we want to not have things crawling into bed with us at night. I'm really liking how things are looking, though. I like how things are running. I like how it looks. So I do wish I had all the wonderful treats like PBR and all that stuff going so it looked more 3D, but that'll happen later. We messed up slightly here. No, we didn't. We're doing this correctly. I know what I'm doing, I think. Alright, let's make some more slabs. We need slabs. Lots of slabs. Looks like our food's getting a little low, so let's have some bread. What I'm looking for on the edge of this roof is a curve. I'd like it to curve a little. Black Belt knows how picky I can get. He got recruited into helping me build an entire treehouse. Much to his chagrin, I'm sure. All right, for this next part, I think we're going to need some kind of an internal stairwell. I cracked my ankle. And I don't want to use the same red, so all I have otherwise is oak, and then if I want to go fetch it, I've got birch. I want to try to make do with the oak. I want to see what I can do with that. Okay, let's see what we can accomplish here. What kind of trouble can we get into? What do you guys think? Is that going to work? Or do you think I should do something different? Ah! Arg! Good question. Should I use a full block or just one of these? I think one of those is fine. So, did anybody have any questions about the install process that we went over earlier for all the shaders and everything? Or do you feel comfortable that were you to try to move yourself from Optifine Optifabric, that you could move from there to Iris? Does it feel like you understand the process? Let me know in the chat and the comments. I'm hoping that's what we did. I do not like all of this being the exact same texture everywhere. We're going to change that. I don't know how or with what. We're either going to find some lighter wood or we're going to blend in some stone or some bricks. But I don't know which yet, and I don't have any clue at the moment. Okay. I need another layer of this to go. And I don't think I want to do slabs in here. I'd have more stairs to spare and would add a different appearance. So let's check this corner out here and see what that would look like if I did that really quick in oak slabs. Didn't go down quite as far. You know what? That's what we're going to do. That gives a different appearance to it. Doesn't look all the same. When I change the textures out later, it'll look even better. But that's better. And now I can put these steps up higher where I need them for the next steps that we're going to be doing shortly. Ah. Oh. No. No, Monsignor. No. Not going to work. Hello? Oh, are we all out? Okay. Hey. Give me my texture. Yeah, I like that. We're going to do that. I like having that brick interspersed because that makes it have a different shape and variety. Really? You used up my axe that quickly? Come on. Give a guy a break. Apologize for the incorrect tool usage here, folks. Really? You're not going to break it? Seriously? It's going to take that long? I could do better with my fists. Okay. Oh, that's right. I don't want to do them on the low. I want to do the slabs. Little bit out of place here. We didn't get scaffolding yet either, I don't think, on this one. I will make an axe come daybreak. Just wanted to wrap this up without being distracted. Pushing through the dark a little bit here. Is anybody in the stream interested in this new strategy game that Microsoft has come up with for Minecraft? I was getting so excited when I saw that there was going to be a new Minecraft game, they kept saying over and over and over again. But it was just a strategy game. I did play one I liked a long time ago. Super long time ago now. This is going back, folks. It's Sega Saturn, I believe. I played Shining Force 3. I'm probably the only person on YouTube that knows anything at all about that game. That and Panzer Dragoon Saga. But I played that way back in the day. I'm liking it. I like how that comes down and then that's there. I like that. And then I can put my lantern. I don't know where I'll put it yet, but I can figure that out shortly. But I like it. It looks good. All right, we got a spider friend. Is he going to come in and say hi, I wonder? He hears me. He wants to come in and say hi. He's probably up on my roof looking at me. Sounds like he's on the roof. Well, I lied, guys. I said I would make a axe, but right now we're dealing with arachnophobia over here. We've got an eyeball. Here's looking at you. I figured out what to do with these guys. They're looking for a tree for these flowers. So I've got to find a tree to plant if I have any spare in here. And then he'll put a nest out if I can do it quick enough. When they're overloaded with pollen like that, they're usually looking for a tree, I think. I do. I have some acacia saplings. Let's plant. Oh, and I have some oak on me. Good. Let's plant a oak tree for this guy. See if he puts up a nest for us. If we can get close enough to him. They like all these flowers that are everywhere around here. So that's what he's going for. Where did he go? Okay, B, where are you at? Did you get fallen into one of these guys' bins? No, you're over there. Okay. So let's put a tree not too close to these guys because they're going to kill me. Right there. Good shot. For not even being able to look at me. I'm impressed. Missed me. Thank you. I like it. So now, do we have any bone meal? I don't think we do. If we had any bone meal, we could bone meal that tree and get it to grow, but I don't think we have it. I don't think we killed the skeleton yet. We have no bone meal. No way to get that tree to grow. So we might not be able to get this particular bee a home, but maybe next time. We'll see. I couldn't figure out what to do with him the last time he was buzzing around. He was looking to put a house down. Be funny if those pillagers shot one of those bees and they had to deal with that. All right, we got some oak and we got my mighty fist, but we do need to get some cobble, so we'll go and get some cobble from our, I guess we're going to call it our cobble mine for now, unless we can find a place we want to actually try to mine in. I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be an okay house. All right, let's run down here and get us some cobble. We need to get some tools. Whee! Way down into the darkness. I believe we can go up. Without too much trouble. All right, let's put away our stuff. And we'll go in front of those pillagers real quick and we'll see if there is anywhere to mine. Actually, let's just go ahead and go there now, get it done. I think I'm going to be happy with my little house. It's not as good as our first house by any means, but I think I'll be happy with it. Porky! Thank you for the food. Our trees have not grown and yeah. Don't want to go near those fellas. They're not friendly. Okay, we've got a bunch of water, but I see something over here. I wonder if this is worth looking at for a possible mine site. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I got a grind going on. I almost fell off the edge because of it. Let's work our way down there and see what we have. We've got another one here. This is even better because we've got a nice wide open area, but it's not as deep. These trees would have to go because those will hide bad guys. Creepers and whatnot that want to come out and say hi. All right, let's do this. We're going to place a torch somewhere around here. Torch my way back to the house. I think that's where we're going to put our mine. We got some prospects here. Because we desperately need some resources. There's some old school music for you folks. When was the last time you heard this track? Anybody want a piece of zombie flesh? Anybody hungry? I hear it's tasty. Does that help make it more edible? Alright, we can get rid of this diorite or diorite or whatever the heck it is. Got 4 chunks of this. Make some more steps. I like how this roof looks, actually. And I know it's just a roof, and there's only like 2 or 3 different varieties of, oh my goodness, ways that you can put a roof, but I like it. I don't think bread's gonna work for a roofing material. With all due respect to the person who made the gingerbread house. Arg. Gotta check my phone real quick, folks. I see no comment yet from my dad. I hope he gives me a heads up so I can be ready, but I'm going to wrap this up here pretty soon anyway, so should be okay. I just want to make sure I can help him if he wants help tonight. Okay, do we have any more slabs? We do not, but we can make some slabs. 6 exactly. Coming right along. Okay, we've got my axe, we've got a shovel. Let's check to see that we're clear outside. Hello, Mr. Creeper. Oh, you're going to bypass the boat, huh? That was the perfect distance away from that creeper. And that wasn't even planned. That was just my idea of a way to block things out here. You'd think I was a professional or something the way I handled that, but you'd be wrong. I can't even parkour up this little tiny jump. Looks like neither flower has gone anywhere yet. Okay, so what we want to do, we need to create a bunch of wood out of these trees. Let's follow our torches. I want to grab a bunch of the wood off of these trees. Hopefully there's no bee's nest on them. And clear this area out over here because that's where I'm going to establish a mine. But I have to be careful. Because this is creeper country. And I don't have a shield. Okay, let's get rid of this guy here. Looking around for any bad guys that might want to show up and spoil my fun. Take away my world. Should be relatively safe in here. I think we can establish a nice mine here. I don't want to get rid of too many trees, but I want to make sure that it's clear during the day. I need to put a fence around it too. That'll help keep the baddies from getting too vigorous. You guys seeing any other limbs in there? Because I'm not. Oh, I've got a hoe. Could use that, it'd be quicker. Okay, let's grab this and be careful not to go near that edge. Our friendly neighborhood cattle have found a way down, but I'm not going to do that. gonna leave these flowers. I love these pretty little flowers here. Might get some bees over here, which is the only bad thing if they start bothering me, but I like bees. We'll turn a lot of this wood into charcoal. Alright, let's get rid of these last couple here. I think that's enough wood chopping for you guys. I'm sure that's not the most entertaining thing you could be watching today. But we wanted to clear up all of this space around here. Because I don't want any trees where bad guys can spawn and then inundate my mining area. Those chickens freak me out sometimes, I swear. They sound like other things. Okay, let's do a little digging and see what we have here. Okay. How do we want to proceed? We can go this way, I suppose. Alright, I want to make sure I got that dirt right where I can get to it. I do not wish to get trapped down here with a creeper in my face or something else of that nature. Quite a cave. Large way down right there. Alright, we have a bunch of trees to plant now, so we'll have plenty of stuff for our charcoal growing operation. I'm catching some lag and grind going on, so if you guys are catching that, let me know in the chat or the comments. And I just need to come in here with some more dirt when it gets daylight again and start working on a stairwell. But I think we can come down here and we'll check the F3, but I bet you it's pretty good depth. It'll be a halfway decent place to have a mine, I think. Okay. Nope, I ain't going that way. I gotta go back. So I gotta make sure I only go the one side. Otherwise you get trapped. All right, folks, so let's finish the roof, and then I've just received a notification, so I'm going to see if my dad's asking for help yet, and I got to get ready to do that. But we had a real quick, good live stream, I think. Decent anyway. Had a little fun. And made a lot of progress. We've got a mine figured out finally, which we did not have, and that'll be important. And we now have some other things that we needed to get done. A bunch of trees, too. Lost my train of thought, it derailed. Okay. Okay, let's see about this. Okay, we can't go any further that way. We just need some slabs. There are all kinds of scary noises outside. Can't wait to get this roof on. It's kind of creepy in here. Okay, I need to get a bunch of acacia. I don't have enough here. Got a few, but I need to get more because I've got to have the finishing part of my roof. It looks like we had quite a group last night, folks. So this is kind of dangerous right now because I see bad guys burning up and hanging out everywhere. They had a bad guy rave party last night, and everybody's drunk and hungover and hanging outside right now. Okay, we've got our acacia. Good. Let's plant up this oak and this one acacia, and now we have enough here to finish our roof, I think. And we got enough charcoal. We're not going to run out of torches anytime soon, so that's good. And I'll explain to you guys what's going on with the bees. What I found out about and why I said what I said, because that's kind of an interesting little story. I gotta go look to see. I think my dad might be home, so I've got to go look to see what he's up to. Give me a second. And we might have some trees that grew, so if they did, we can see if any bees have adopted them from our deck, I think. So yeah, I started a tree farm in my pocket world, and I walked away and come back, and there was a bee flying around, and I looked up on the trees that were in my farm, and there was a nest. So I learned how to get a bee's nest. I don't see a bee's nest on that one, so he hasn't returned yet. All right, folks, I'll be right back. Hey Black Belt, welcome back to the stream. We are wrapping up. My dad came home and drove off again. I don't know what he's doing. He's being annoying right now. I love my dad, but he's being annoying. I think he needed to have some help tonight, and I asked if I needed to get ready so that I could be prepared and go help him. But nobody texted me, nobody talked to me, nobody informed me of any activities, of anything going on, so what am I going to do? I don't know. Oh, I didn't get all of my boards I need yet. Ooh, let's do this. I checked, I did my pot, I did all I could do. I need to get this acacia real quick. Okay, let's get up there with my acacia. Oh my goodness. We don't want to meddle the road, people. Come on now. That's a little loud on the music this time. I'll have to check my settings and see if they're all set. Curious to see how the stream did, if it had good performance or not. I'll know that shortly. I think our roof is about finished. Yeah, okay, and we need some stairs. We've got some right here. And you know me, we've got to have a couple events, so I've got to figure out how to do our events here very shortly, but we're going to have a couple events on each end of this thing, just because it's the thing I do. It's a very good question, though. I don't know where the vents should go, but what I'm thinking is I will place the slab. I believe it'll be a top slab, so it'll work. I'll place it right here. And I'll do the same over here. Oh no, wait a minute. That's going to be a stair. I don't need that. Okay, good. Can't get on my bed that way. Okay, we need some more. Let's just do 22 of them in steps. Okay. All right, what's left to do? We've got to get all these stairs put up, get these planks put up, get this thing done. Get this thing in the box, as they say. Hello, Missy. What's going on? Did you get some supper? Is your mom still spoiling you with that good stuff? Missy stopped by for a visit. I don't know if I'm doing this quite right. I haven't looked at it too close. I might be making a mistake somewhere, folks. I won't know till it's all wrapped up. Ah, you gads. You try so hard to get it right. Okay. All right, so that should be the internal done. The planks over here will finish that up. Where are my planks? There they are. Simple design. Very simple design. Okay, let's get up out of here. Please stop taking damage. I just got my health down a little bit. I only lost 1 heart. I got lots of hearts to spare. Feel a little better? You know that no matter how hard I try, I'm going to end up dead anyway, you know. I'm not going to keep this world. It's just going to inevitable. It's going to happen. Something's going to get me. You know how it is. Something's going to get me. Hopefully not anytime soon. Now, I'm wondering here what exactly I want to do. I got a couple of options. This is another option right here. Let me think about this. Should I jump off the roof from here, Black Belt? What do you think? Would that be a good idea? Would you like that? Evil laughter. Giving you some evil laughter here. This kind of works because then if I wanted to, I could put a skylight. Kind of like that. Let's do this. This will work, I think, for what we want. And then for the very top, we're going to put in a rope cobble. Just like so. Hello, spider. You going to hang out over there and leave me alone, I hope? You know I don't taste very good, right? Zombie. Yes, do that. Just kidding. Please don't do that. Okay. So I can't tell if he really wants me to jump off the roof or not, folks. What do you think? Is Black Belt challenging me to jump off the roof? Alrighty, let's see. I think I'm going to do that. I think I like that. I'll leave that red strip up there. I'm not sure I like it yet, but I'll leave it. If I don't like it, I'll turn it to oak. Sounds like the natives are restless again. They must have had another one of those parties of theirs. You get so crabby after those parties, people. I mean, just terrible. You're not challenging me. Yeah, but see, of course, if you were challenging me, you'd tell me you weren't challenging me, right? Isn't that how that works? Don't worry. I'm not going to be jumping off anything anytime soon. All right, let's go up and see. I don't think we can finish the roof just yet. We don't have quite enough. Hey, more zombie flesh. Anybody else hungry? Because I know I'm not. All right, now for this part of the roof right here, I want to do something a bit different. I'm going to add this. And I'm even going to take this a step further. I think I'm going to add I've got an idea in my head. But how the idea is going to come out, I don't know. It just is an idea in me noggin. Okay, folks, get ready. I'm going to jump off this roof. This black belt told me to do it. No. No, we won't be jumping off this roof. All right, I need some cobble stairs to complete my little idea. And I need some acacia stairs to complete the rest of the roof. Let's run around and get our dietary staple of zombie flesh. Zombie. One oak tree has grown, but no things have adopted it yet. No bees. Ooh, skeleton left me a present. Skeleton left me a present. No acacia trees? Oh, this is an acacia. Okay, good. Thank you. You guys believe we went through 2 stone axes? I guarantee if I made you a stone-bladed axe, you'd probably be able to use it 50 years down the road. And if I gave you a steel axe, it'd last even longer. It'd probably last for generations. I do not understand some of the Minecraft logic. I like the roof. Let's see if we can run crazily off into a cliff and die while we're trying to look at this. I don't know. I'm not sold yet. I have to be able to see an end of it, and I haven't been able to see an end of it yet. No, I'm not going near that guy. He looks mean. Not sure what I think yet. But it feels like that end is a little bit abrupt. Let's go to the other cliff top. We can get a better view over there. See what we think. Yeah, it's a little bit of a low roof. It doesn't look quite right, but it's not terrible. And we're going to live with it. It's a survival shack for the moment, or basically a little more than a shack, but we're going to live with it. We're going to call that good for right now. Let's get this wrapped. We need to get some stairs. And we need some cobble stairs for an idea that I have, which we have right here. And now let's get up onto the roof. Oh. Yeah, this end, how this kind of abruptly comes off here isn't working for me. And I'm not sure a solution. But I got an idea we can try. Man, I wish I had brought up another axe. It takes so long to do this way. But I don't want to go all the way down the stairs and go get an axe and all the way back up again. You would think 2 axes would last longer than they did, but no, you'd be wrong. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's test out an idea here and see what we think. Want to get this finished and in the bag, but I'm thinking to get rid of the snubbed kind of roof appearance. Now this I thought should be stone, but we could do the whole end with stone, but I'm thinking I want to keep it, well, yeah, we could do the whole end right here in stone, but do we want it right here, or do we want it one more over is a good question. No, maybe wait, no, maybe no. I changed my mind. Decided not to. We're still alive. We're hanging in there. I'm not sure I like this because of some other issues going on here with it, but maybe it'll be okay. Alright, next question. How do I deal? Alright, let's see how that will work. Oh, we don't have any solid blocks with me. We have we have to go down. We don't have a choice. Okay, fine. I don't get to finish this before I have to go down. Fine. That might be okay. Okay, let's fix this nose up. That's just not gonna work. We need some planks. Well, that presents a problem because even though that matches all of that, that doesn't really work. So I'm not going to be able to do it that way. Let's get 2 more axes, make this quicker. I think I'll just fill the whole front end with oak and just get rid of the red. I'm not sure the best course of action right now. It's tricky because this don't match. just plop them in here. That will work, and then this can be replaced, I think. And possibly this by the backwards stairs, possibly. Might work. Gives me 2 places to hang a lantern from, too. Do the same thing on this end, and that will work out good. We just need to get some materials, and we can get our lantern. Okay, so this end, we need to cut all of this, just not all of it, just, those are fine. This has to go out, and this has to go out until I can figure more about it out, and then these two have to go out. Alright, let's finish this roof. Takes an incredible amount of dexterity to jump up on a roof using stairs. In case anybody was wondering. Okay, let's see. We're going to get rid of this. No, that's going to stay. And we're going to replace this with stone. Okay, and then this is going to be done with a little bit of cobble, and we're going to need some more stone steps. So we're going to be out of whack here soon enough. Well, this needs to be replaced with regular oak, I think. No, that's actually going to stay red. No? Darn, now I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and replace it. No, it can stay red because you can't see it because it'll be behind this here. Okay. Gotchas. Oh, I don't need more. I've got plenty. Okay, good. I thought, oh, no, I don't have any. Well, both of our trees have grown, and I don't see a nest on either of them, but I will leave them and I will see what happens. If you guys know whether or not the bees have a preference as to the place they like to put a nest, let me know in the comments. Okay, so now we've got a bit of a problem here. I'm not quite sure how to fill this in. We can do this. That's one possibility. We can also do slabs. I'm going to do that. Let me know what you guys think. I'm making an executive decision. Hey, give me my piece. Okay, really? Come on, oh, come on now. You know you want to give that to me. Now I'm trapped. Can't get out. I can't get out. I can't get out. Okay, I think that's it, folks. Let's check on the outside of it. And we will resume with the mine next stream. Hopefully I'll remember what I was doing. We got our vents in, which is good. We've got our roof shape up, which is good. I don't think we're going to add anything extra there. I think we're going to call this good on this. Oh, I forgot to jump off the roof for black belt. I forgot to do that. For a bee nest to spawn, there must be a flower next to the tree, but it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen, doesn't necessarily have to be a flower near the tree. I've had it happen, like I said, in my tree farm. Well, you were gone. But in my tree farm, in my Android Pocket world, I started a tree farm and a bee just came by and plopped a nest in there. I don't quite understand why, but I figure when they have the full of pollen like that, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a place to put a nest. So that's why I put those 2 trees there, because we wanted to give them a place to rest and put up a nest, but they've since left, so I guess that's not going to happen. Okay, that's what that looks like on the end. I'm not 100% sold about the design, but I guess it doesn't look terrible. I wish I was 100% sold. I think the roof really should probably be higher or thicker or something. I don't know. But it's not terrible, so I will live with it. I mean, it's a decent looking place. I wouldn't mind living there, so. Har, 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 har. We've got so many berries. We're never going to run out of food, man. We're good. All right, let's dump our stuff and wrap. We're done. I'm going to send my father a text again and find out what the heck is going on. And hopefully he'll feel like he can come back and get me. Now, do I have any metal at all? I don't think I have any metal. No, I have some of that, but I don't have any regular metal. I have no tools that I can burn down. No way to make lanterns and hang them, but we'll put lanterns on each of these ends, I think would be a good place for them. And 1 lantern right there on top of that. I think that's going to be the way we're going to do it. I like it. We're good. We're safe. We're secure. We're alive. We've got a few more days to go. Let's see where we're at on our day counter. We're just using the bed counter right now because they don't really have a day counter, but let's see where we are. We got some ingredients here to get rid of. Nobody asked for the zombie flesh, so I guess they don't want to eat it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that arrow. This is a messy inventory, folks. Messy, messy, messy. Soon to be highly organized. Could probably eat a little food and make Black Belt happy, but I think we're actually pretty good on food right now. Alrighty. So that settles it, folks. You now have the information you need to install Iris and the BSL shaders. You know what to do for that. You can see it's running quite stably. We did have some jerkiness going on my computer here, but I don't know what was caused by that. But we've been testing it now for a good hour or 2 and no issues. So, yeah. Got the new FaithFull Ultimate Texture Pack working. Try to remind me to put all of these millions of links in the video description before I get done tonight, but I think we're done. So if there's any last minute things you want to say, we'll head over to chat while I work on the video stuff and get that ready to go. And I'll see you guys in the next stream where we're going to start some mining. We got some mining to do. I think I like the lighting better right now. I really do. I think it's a lot nicer lighting than it was before. To me, anyway, it looks better. I don't know. Alrighty, folks. Any last minute things you wish to say? Here we are. I'm going to get my links ready to go in a notepad document, I guess. And I'm going to take a break and text my dad, see what he's up to, find out if he came here and decided to not talk to me for some reason and leave. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Now I'm going to figure out what's going on. Okay, so FaithFull Ultimate. Modrinth. Fabric. Well, that's not the link for Fabric. Come on. What are you doing to me? And last but not least, BSL Shaders. Ah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching the stream. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And I don't know when it will be, but I'm hoping we'll have something Wednesday. Okay.